Hey guys, it's Kat, and I thought I would read you a Christmas story. Somebody requested that I read a book, and I thought maybe a short Christmas story would be fun. So this is called Jingle All The Way, and it's about a dog named Jingle, and it actually came with a plush Jingle doll. So it's a couple years old now, and it doesn't have current batteries in it, but you would turn him on here, and there are some lines in the book that I believe, like, there'd be a sentence in red, and whenever he would hear you say that sentence, he would make a sound, like he'd either bark or whimper. So it was a set that came together, an interactive dog and book, so it's pretty cute. I do still read the book to my son, and I just haven't put batteries in him. He may still work. I just haven't tried him in a long time. So without further ado, we will go ahead and read you a bedtime story. Jingle All The Way. There are lots of stories about good little boys and girls, but there aren't many stories about good little dogs. But this is a story about Jingle, the husky pup, and Jingle was a good dog. So whenever you would say the sentence in red, he would probably, like, I don't know, make a whimper sound or a happy sound. He never made a mess. He never chewed holes in things. He never, not even once, kept people awake at night with his barking, and he always, almost always, did what he was told. No dogs allowed, and there he goes, chasing a squirrel. One day, Jingle was resting beside the front steps of Pineville Elementary School. Suddenly, the school bell rang, clanging out loud, and the children who were inside ran outside. That made Jingle very happy. There's Jingle and some kids going outside. There's a snowman. So he came back the next day, and the same thing happened. The bell rang, and the children hurried out. It was amazing. Kevin patted his belly. Sarah scratched his ears. Jennifer said, "Jingle, you're a good dog." Look at how happy he is here with the kids. He's really cute. Jingle loved to bark hello. Jingle even loved to sing. They're singing Christmas carols, and there's Jingle doing his howling. But what Jingle loved most was being with his friends. He liked to race Kevin to the edge of the schoolyard, but every day Kevin said, "Bye, Jingle, it's time for me to go." Sometimes he followed Sarah to the school bus, but Sarah only said, "Sorry, Jingle, I gotta go home." There's Jingle, and he can't get on the bus with her. There's our Jingle. One snowy day, Jingle even dashed all the way to Jennifer's house. Jennifer laughed. "Silly dog, Jingle, you gotta go home." He says, "Please let me in, it's cold outside." She tells him to go home. Usually, Jingle did exactly what he was told, but since he didn't have a home, he couldn't go there. Instead, he went back to Pineville Elementary and waited for the school bell. He waited all night and all day, but it didn't ring. Look at all the snow on those steps. They're closed for the holidays. See you in January. Oh, Jingle. he's gonna have to wait a long time. Jingle decided to look for his friends. After all, they were the closest thing he had to a family. He searched everywhere, but the kids were nowhere to be found. Just a lot of snow. Doesn't look like anybody's opened that door in a while. All the businesses are closed. Then Jingle remembered seeing a very long line of kids at the toy store. What were they waiting for so patiently? Was it important? The very thought of finding his friends made Jingle want to sing. But when Jingle arrived at the store, there were no children. There was only a colorful storefront window and a whole lot of quiet. There he is. And here's the store. The window with all the toys, robot, teddy bear, baby doll, house, a rocking horse, a sailboat, a rocket ship, ball, a book, and it's closed. Oh no. Jingle was tired from all his searching, so he made his way behind the toy store and plopped into the first soft place he found and fell fast asleep. And even though it didn't feel like a home, it was quite cozy. So he found a warm little blanket to get inside, or some kind of bag out in the snow. Moments later, someone carefully lifted the bag Jingle had snuggled into. "Well, what have we here?" a voice spoke warmly. "Someone all alone at Christmas?" Placing the green velveteen bag in the front of his sled, the man remembered a letter he'd been given earlier that day from a good little boy in the toy store. "Ho, ho, ho," he said to himself. "This gives me an idea." He wasn't sure what was going to happen, but suddenly Jingle felt very happy. Look at him. He's all snug as a bug in that bag. And that's Santa, isn't it? The kids were at the toy store waiting to see Santa, and I bet one of them told him he wanted a dog. The next morning, Jingle was surrounded by the smell of pine and peppermint. There was a fancy collar around his neck with a bell that jingled whenever he moved. But the best surprise of all came when Jingle saw Andrew, one of his friends from school. "It's Jingle," Andrew said. "Jingle, you're such a good dog." Aw, there's Jingle, and he's running to Andrew. Andrew's very excited. There's the Christmas tree with all the ornaments, candy canes, and all kinds of presents. But I think the present he likes the most is Jingle. The two friends spent the rest of Christmas Day playing together, Jingle's bell ringing merrily all the while. That night, before Andrew turned out the lights in his room, Jingle hopped onto the bed. Andrew said, "Jingle, stay," and Jingle did. He stayed on the bed and he stayed with Andrew in his house. So it was a happy ending for Andrew and for Jingle. So it looks like there's another one that is a snow day for Jingle. Well, we do not have that one. So here he is. He's got something stuck to him. But yeah, I thought that was a cute little gift set I hope that you sleep, sleep.